It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jameson Williams, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Lions and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, I've been reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They've seen it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kirby Joseph able to record his 5th. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're going to try and throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you it's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now second and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in. And now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there with his 28th touchdown. Drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Isaiah Simmons gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The CD here, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The Lions at 10-2 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show you
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got this complete to Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Touchdown! Jameson Williams with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, Prescott. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A handoff left, Elliott. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They find some open field here. That one 28 yards on the ground. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go to Elliott again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner. Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play. Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action now, Prescott. Pressure, he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they got to him again. Derek Barnes, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. If they didn't get that done, this time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Prescott.
Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. So we reach halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
A loss of 13 yards brings up 3rd down.
18, Pioneers! 60
They'll look to throw here. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now
the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. The CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Back to throw here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
He finds his man complete. It's Sharp. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be brought down the other side midfield at the 43. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's getting...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Prescott now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps and soon.
3rd and long for Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense set to take over. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
19 tight.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
65
He'll look to throw. He's got this, complete to Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Judy. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Prescott on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bennett. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that on your side.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. He's got the first down and more. Down the right sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. The game brings up 2nd and 2.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 4. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pratt. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
An 18-yard attempt.
Nagar's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So now we'll see going to make
sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 10, 2:12 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. A dump off to Elliott. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Prescott finding Schultz, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Over the middle, complete. It's Bennett. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Here's Dak. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Dak. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
And now it's blocked. The Lions pick it up. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this. And they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was.